Have you ever wondered why life feels so unfair sometimes? Why do some people rise from nothing while others stay stuck? It's because strength is not created in comfort. Strength is built in betrayal, in rejection, in those lonely nights when nobody comes to save you. The strongest version of you will never appear in easy times. It rises only through struggle. Here's the truth. Life doesn't reward kindness. It rewards persistence. The world doesn't bend for the good. It bends for the unbreakable. And if you want to rise, you must stop asking for life to be fair, because fairness is just a story told to keep people obedient. The hard truth is, nobody cares about your struggles. Nobody will hand you power. If you don't take control of your time, your energy, and your focus, you are choosing weakness. The first step? Brutal acceptance. No one is coming to save you. The second step? Ruthless responsibility. Everything is on you. If you can't handle that, stop here. But if you can, repeat this creed: no one saves me. I save myself. Because this is the moment your transformation begins, not with hope, not with luck, but with crystal clarity. 1. Discipline is freedom. Everyone talks about freedom, but few ever live it. Why? Because most people confuse freedom with doing whatever they want, whenever they want. That's not freedom. That's slavery to impulse. Real freedom comes only through discipline. True freedom is when your body listens to your mind, when your habits serve your goals, when your time obeys your command. That is freedom. Discipline is not punishment. It's power. It's the quiet agreement you make with yourself every morning, promising that no matter how you feel, you will act. If you wait for motivation, you'll stay weak. But if you live with discipline, you become unstoppable. Discipline sharpens your mind, strengthens your body, and hardens your spirit. Every great warrior, leader, or thinker in history carved their name through disciplined practice. And now it's your turn. Say it, write it, believe it. Discipline is my freedom. Because once you master yourself, no one else will ever control you again. 2. Build relentless focus. Your power fades the moment your mind is scattered. Most men don't fail because they lack intelligence. They fail because they chase too many things at once with too little depth. The strongest version of yourself isn't the one who tries everything. It's the one who chooses one mission and pours all energy into it until the world cannot ignore him. Focus is a weapon. It turns your skills, your knowledge, and your willpower into a laser that cuts through distraction. To master focus, you must protect your attention like it's your life, because in truth, it is. What you give attention to is what you become. Don't waste time on noise, gossip, or shallow entertainment. Every second lost is a second stolen from the person you're meant to be. Focus creates momentum. Momentum creates power. And once you've felt the clarity of true focus, life becomes sharper, simpler, conquerable. Repeat this creed: my focus is my fortress. Because once your mind is fortified by purpose, no distraction, no temptation, no weakness can break through. 3. Forge unshakable resilience. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding pain. It means rising every single time life knocks you down. No matter how strong you are, life will test you. Storms will come, setbacks will strike, obstacles will appear. But the strongest version of you does not break. You adapt. You endure. You keep moving. Resilience is the armor of the mind and the steel of the spirit. It's the voice inside that says, I will not stop here. Remember, greatness is never built in comfort. Diamonds form under pressure. Mountains rise from collision. You must rise the same way. Every failure is a lesson. Every challenge is training for your soul. When fear tells you to retreat, step forward. When others expect you to crumble, stand taller. The man who has resilience cannot be destroyed. Because nothing outside of him holds power over him. Say it and believe it. I rise through every storm. Because resilience is not just survival, it's transformation. It's walking through fire and coming out sharper, stronger, and unstoppable. 4. Master consistency. Consistency is the silent power that separates ordinary men from extraordinary ones. Talent without consistency, wasted. Ambition without consistency, a spark that fades. But consistency, steady, relentless, daily effort is what builds legends. Think of water carving through stone. Not through speed, not through force, but through persistence. Consistency is not glamorous. Most of the time, it's invisible. It's waking up early when nobody is watching. It's training your mind, body, and craft day after day, even when there's no reward in sight. Greatness is not one big act. It is the echo of thousands of disciplined days stacked together. Consistency builds momentum. Momentum builds inevitability. Success becomes not if, but when. Understand this. Consistency is not about perfection. It's about persistence. You will stumble, but you must keep going. Every small action plants a seed, and one day those seeds break through the soil with unstoppable force. Repeat this truth. What I repeat, I become. Because when your habits are strength, discipline, and focus, you will inevitably become the person you were meant to be. Consistency is the great equalizer. It doesn't care about luck, talent, or background. It rewards only the relentless. Every time you stay consistent, even with small steps, you're sending a message to the world. I cannot be stopped. My destiny is certain. Consistency makes you unstoppable. Because when you live this way, success is not a question of if. It becomes only a question of when. 5. Strength through solitude. Here's a truth most people fear to admit. Solitude is power. Many run from silence. They fill their lives with noise, constant company, and endless distractions. But solitude is not emptiness. It's the space where clarity is born. The man who fears being alone has not truly met himself. But the man who embraces solitude discovers strength no crowd can ever provide. When you are alone, all masks fall away. No one is there to impress. No one is there to validate you. You face only yourself, and that's where power begins. Solitude forces you to confront your weaknesses, sharpen your thinking, and stand firm without excuses. History proves it. Warriors built their determination in solitude. Philosophers shaped their wisdom in solitude. Leaders envisioned their empires in solitude. Every great man in history knew when to step away from the noise to return stronger, clearer, and unshakable. Solitude builds self-reliance. It teaches you what you truly value. It builds an inner fortress no betrayal, rejection, or chaos can break. Do not confuse solitude with isolation. Solitude doesn't cut you off from the world. It prepares you for it. When you learn to thrive alone, you walk back into the world with authority, with calm, with certainty. Remember this creed? Solitude is my power. Say it, believe it, write it. Because the man who conquers solitude conquers himself, and the man who conquers himself cannot be conquered by anything. 6. Command your energy. Energy is life. It's the invisible currency that decides what you can and cannot do. You may have ambition, vision, even talent, but without control of your energy, all of it will scatter. The truth is simple. A man who wastes his energy wastes his life. Most men lose energy without realizing it, scrolling endlessly, arguing in petty conflicts, gossiping, or chasing empty distractions. But the man who masters his energy becomes a force of nature. He channels his power with precision. He knows what strengthens him and what weakens him. He invests his energy in his health, his craft, his purpose, and refuses to give it to anything unworthy. Energy is focus. Energy is time. Energy is presence. Guard it like your life depends on it, because it does. The strongest warriors in history are not always the most skilled. They were the most energized, the most focused, the most alive in their purpose. Here's the key. Don't try to do more. Do less, but do it better. Remove what drains you. Double down on what empowers you. Sleep with purpose. Train with intensity. Work with clarity. Speak only when it matters. Move only with intention. Energy isn't only physical. It's also emotional, mental, and spiritual. Keep your emotional energy clean. Don't drown in resentment or self-pity. Keep your mental energy sharp. Feed your mind with knowledge, not noise. Keep your spiritual energy strong. Align your actions with your deepest values. When these three levels of energy align, you become unstoppable. People can feel your presence, even if they don't understand why. That's the magnetism of energy well commanded. Your creed. My energy obeys my purpose. Live it and watch your life bend to your will. 7. Build an uncheckable mind. The greatest battlefield has always been the mind. Muscles weaken. Wealth rises and falls. Circumstances shift. But the mind, when fortified, remains the throne of power. To build the strongest version of yourself, you must develop a mind that cannot be shaken. This isn't the common mind that collapses under stress, gives into fear, or breaks under doubt. This is a mind like a fortress, clear, disciplined, immovable. It starts with clarity. Know who you are. Know what you value. Know where you are going. Without clarity, the mind drifts. With clarity, the mind cuts through chaos like a blade. Every day, the world will try to steal your attention and drag you into weakness. But you are not common. Guard your mind like a king guards his kingdom. Allow in only what builds strength, sharpens wisdom, and fuels your fire. Your thoughts are seeds. Plant weakness and weakness grows. Plant strength and strength rises. Do not waste your mental energy on jealousy, fear, or comparison. They are thieves. Instead, feed your mind with resilience, gratitude, vision, and strategy. Command your self-talk with precision. Never speak to yourself as a victim, only as a victor. When doubt shows up, turn it into determination. When fear knocks, answer with preparation. When chaos comes, respond with calm control. An uncheckable mind doesn't panic. It calculates. It doesn't complain. It adapts. It doesn't collapse. It endures. And here's the key. Mental strength is not about denying emotion. It's about mastering it. Anger can become fuel. Fear can become focus. Pain can become wisdom. This is the mindset that makes you untouchable. Have you ever wondered why some people remain calm and steady even when life throws storms at them? Why do they stand firm when others collapse under pressure? The answer is simple: because they have trained their mind to be unshakable. Think about it. Fear can be turned into alertness that sharpens your instincts. Pain can turn into wisdom that prevents you from making the same mistakes again. Every emotion is energy, and the strongest minds know how to bend that energy into power. That is why the greatest leaders, warriors, and thinkers in history first mastered their mind before they mastered anything else. Because once you control your mind, you can control everything else. But how do you build such strength? You do it through daily training. Put yourself into uncomfortable situations and learn to endure them. Read philosophy and strategy to sharpen your thinking. Take time to sit alone and reflect on your life. Meditate on your goals. Build concentration through discipline. And most importantly, test yourself. A mind that never faces struggle can never grow unshakable. Picture this: storms raging around you, people panicking, chaos everywhere. But you remain calm, eyes forward, spirit steady. That is the mark of a mind that cannot be broken. When you carry this energy, people will look to you for strength because they will feel your certainty and presence without you saying a word. That is the kind of mind that shapes destiny itself. Say this out loud and make it your declaration. My mind is my fortress. Once you believe it deeply, you carry within you a power that no enemy can break, no failure can destroy, and no storm can move. But the mind alone is not enough. A sharp mind trapped in a weak body is like a king locked in chains. His vision is vast, but his reach is limited. To truly become the strongest version of yourself, you must also forge your body into a weapon. This is not about looking good. It is about building strength, stamina, and endurance. A strong body commands attention without words. Your posture tells a story of resilience. Your stride shows certainty. When you build your body, you are not just building muscles, you are building presence, confidence, and vitality. Every workout becomes a ritual. Every drop of sweat is a reminder that you are stronger today than you were yesterday. Now think of the ancient warriors, the samurai, the gladiators, the legionnaires. They did not train for looks. They trained for survival, dominance, and readiness. You must adopt the same mindset. Train your body so that it obeys your will without hesitation. Whether life demands endurance, strength, or energy, you will. Be prepared. When you feel yourself growing stronger physically, you also grow stronger mentally. Your body becomes your armor, your fortress, your tool of presence in the world. And remember, this is not about comparing yourself to others. It is about competing only with yesterday's version of you. Lift more, run further, endure longer, not because you have to, but because you cannot say this as your oath. My body is my weapon. Live by it daily. For the man who forges his body into strength becomes sovereign over himself and sovereign. Men shape the world, but strength is not. Just for today, true greatness is measured by what remains after you are gone. This is where legacy comes in. Legacy is the shadow that walks long after you leave this earth. It is the echo of your actions, the mark you leave on others. A father raising strong, wise children builds legacy. A leader who inspires others to rise higher builds legacy. A warrior who stands firm in the face of adversity and inspires others to do the same builds legacy. Legacy is not built overnight. It grows slowly through consistency, vision, and discipline. It does not demand applause. It demands action. Ask yourself, what am I building that will remain when I am gone? Will my actions echo for generations, or will I disappear without a trace? When you live with legacy in mind, you rise above distractions and align yourself with something timeless. You begin to see your training, your work, and your life not as short-term struggles, but as seeds planted for the future. Legacy changes everything. It changes how you live, how you act, and how you carry yourself. Say this and live by it. I build what outlives me. The man who lives for legacy cannot be erased. His strength becomes eternal. But none of this is possible without one thing: time. Of all forces in life, time is the most ruthless. You cannot bargain with it. You cannot stop it. Once a moment is gone, it is gone forever. Every second either builds you or buries you. The strongest men understand this truth. They command time, not by slowing it, but by deciding how to use every moment. They guard their time from distractions and invest it into growth, strength, and impact. Most men waste years chasing pleasures and entertainment, but the man who commands time becomes unstoppable because he multiplies his efforts across years until his momentum cannot be matched. Commanding time means asking with every action, does this bring me closer to the man I want to become? Does this feed my mission, my mind, my body, my legacy? If not, it is cut away. Say it clearly. I command my time. I command my life. Because when you honor time with discipline, it rewards you with power. But even with time and discipline, no man rises alone. You must surround yourself with strength. The people around you shape your standards. Sit with men who waste their days, and you will slowly become like them. But stand with men who are disciplined, ambitious, and unshakable, and their gravity will pull you upward. Your circle is not entertainment, it is influence. That is why you must carefully choose your environment. Find mentors who have walked the path you wish to follow. Build friendships with those who push you to become better. Surround yourself with warriors of the mind, body, and spirit. And at the same time, become that man for others, the example, the flame, the standard. Because greatness is contagious. Say it with conviction. I walk with strength. I rise with strength. Because the man who chooses his circle wisely chooses his future wisely. And when all of these principles unite discipline, focus, resilience, time, body, mind, and legacy, they form a single truth. The strongest version of yourself is not born, it is forged. To be untouchable does not mean you avoid pain or struggle. It means pain cannot break you and struggle cannot define you. Untouchable is the man who knows himself so deeply that no rejection, no failure, and no storm can shake him. He does not compete with the world. He only competes with yesterday's reflection. He is sovereign. He is steady. He is free. And you, right now, can choose to become that man. Say it as your declaration. I am untouchable. Believe it, live it, embody it. Because this is your turning point. From now on, no more waiting, no more hoping, no more bowing to weakness. From now on, you step into power, into presence, into the version of yourself that was always waiting to rise. Obstacles will shrink, fear will fade, distractions will lose their grip, because you are untouchable. This is not the end, it is the beginning. Welcome to the path where ordinary men are rebuilt into power. Now, etch it into your mind and say it once more. I am untouchable.